Every city has a woman it worships. In this one, her name was Isabella Laurent. She lived above the noise, above the crowds, above ordinary lives, in a glass penthouse where the city lights bent themselves into reflections on marble floors. Her mornings were wrapped in silk sheets and headlines. Her evenings smelled of expensive wine and applause. People believed she had everything. They never asked what it cost. Isabella's life was a performance. Smiles trained in mirrors, laughter timed for cameras, silence perfected behind locked doors. At night, when the parties ended and the city slowed its breath, she lay alone in a bed large enough for three, staring at the ceiling, listening to her own heartbeat echo like a reminder she couldn't escape. That was when she first felt him. Not a sound, not a shadow, a certainty. Someone was there, watching. Her body reacted before her mind did. A chill along her spine, a tightening in her chest. The strange sensation of being known, deeply, intimately, without permission. She told herself it was paranoia, stress, the price of fame. Yet the feeling returned, night after night. Always after midnight, and always when she finally surrendered to sleep. At first, Isabella slept with the lights on, then with music playing, then with the television murmuring voices she didn't care to hear. Nothing worked. The presence was patient. It did not move. It did not touch. It simply watched. And somehow, it felt ancient. She began waking up at exactly 3:17 a.m. every night. Her eyes would open without reason, her breath caught halfway between dreams and reality. Sometimes she thought she saw movement near the window, a distortion in the air, like heat rising from asphalt. Other times, she felt a weight beside her bed, as if someone stood there, unmoving. Her heart would race, yet she never screamed, because beneath the fear was something worse, comfort. The presence never felt cruel, never hungry, never violent. It felt attentive. As if whoever, whatever, watched her had been doing so for a very long time. By day, Isabella drowned herself in noise. Brunches, interviews, fashion shows, men with perfect smiles and temporary intentions. They touched her, admired her body, praised her beauty. None of them stayed. At night, she lay awake wondering how a woman surrounded by people could feel so profoundly alone. Her childhood returned to her in fragments, memories she had buried under success. A mother who loved attention more than affection. A father who disappeared without goodbye. A little girl who learned early that being admired was safer than being loved. Maybe that was why the presence didn't scare her anymore. It never asked for anything. It just stayed. Act 4. The Wish. One night, exhausted from pretending, Isabella sat up in bed. The city hummed below her. The room felt thick, charged, as if the walls themselves were listening. She whispered, not loudly, not bravely, but honestly, "I know you're there." The air shifted. Her skin prickled. She swallowed hard. "I don't know what you want, but if you're going to watch me, at least be real." Silence. Her voice broke. "I wish you would stay." For the first time, the presence answered, not with sound, with dream. That night, Isabella dreamed of standing in her bedroom, awake, yet not awake. A figure stood near her bed, tall, still, shaped like a man, but wrong in subtle ways. His eyes glowed softly, like distant stars losing their light. "You see me now," he said, his voice echoing inside her mind. "What are you?" she asked, trembling. "I am a watcher," he replied. "I exist where loneliness becomes unbearable." She woke up crying. But she was no longer afraid. From that night on, he came often. Always in dreams. He spoke of things no one else knew. Her hidden fears, her quiet shame, the nights she drank alone and wished the world would forget her name. "You perform strength," he told her once, "but you ache for rest." She began sleeping longer, deeper. Her waking life, however, started to unravel. Missed appointments, cancelled appearances, whispers in the media. Yet Isabella felt lighter. Because every night, someone listened. Someone stayed. One night she asked the question she had avoided. "Why me?" He hesitated. "Because you wished," he said. "And because you were already empty enough to hear me." She felt fear again. "Are you human?" A sadness crossed his face. No. He told her the truth. He was ancient, bound to observe human sorrow, forbidden to interfere, until someone wished deeply enough to open the door. "You don't save us," she whispered. "No," he agreed. "I witness." The more Isabella leaned into him, the less the world recognized her. Her fame faded. Her beauty seemed duller on camera. The city moved on. But every night, he was there. One night, she asked softly, "Will you ever leave?" He looked at her with something like regret. "I cannot," he said. "Not once you belong to the space between." On the last night, Isabella lay down calmly. No fear. No regret. "Will it hurt?" she asked. "No," he promised. "You will finally rest." The next morning, Isabella Laurent was found asleep in her bed. Peaceful. Smiling. The city mourned briefly, then forgot. But sometimes, late at night, people swear they feel eyes on them as they sleep. A presence. Waiting. Because some wishes are answered. Not with love, but with eternal watching. Eternal.